Hello, thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are the only nonprofit in the world solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's regain and retain their speech and swallowing. And because it is so important that everyone with Parkinson's be exercising the muscles that you use for speaking and swallowing every day, we started hosting these sessions during the pandemic, and look at us, 4 years later, we're still doing it. We ran a report a couple weeks ago, and we found that there are an average of 3,900 people with Parkinson's participating in these sessions. Maybe less than a couple hundred live, and then the rest within a 24-hour period accessing the recordings. So, wow. The first week we hosted these, there were only 30 participants. Okay, today's topic that Lisa prepared for us, humor. Everybody say humor with intent. Ready? Humor. One more time. Humor. Would you say that you have a good sense of humor? In the chat, you can tell us about that. We need to smile with intent. Everybody, let's smile for a second or two. Ready? Smiling, unfortunately, doesn't come as automatic as it used to with Parkinson's, so we have to be intentional. Let's take our sip of water and we will get started. We'll start with the first speak out exercise, the warm up. Lift your voice, project it forward. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. We're learning how to be intentional and deliberate. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And let's just do one more. I want you to make sure you're connecting the sounds as best you can. We say we do them in cursive. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Very nice. Take a sip of water. Hopefully you have already signed into the chat. No login or password necessary. Just type in your first name and where you're from. I love seeing where everybody's practicing from. The next speak out exercise, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth wide. If you need to, use a mirror. Just like your smile may not feel the same way it actually looks. That's why I like you to look in the mirror and practice your smiling. The as your mouth opening your mouth may not be as open as you think it is. There's a sensory deficit with Parkinson's where things don't feel the way they really are. So these are the muscles you use to articulate with, the muscles you use to help control your saliva, chew your food. So mouth open and project the ah forward. Ready? Ah. Good. Make sure the sound is consistent. Ready? I noticed during the I have a tendency to want to close my mouth a little bit. Let's not do that. Let's Keep it the way we want it. Here we go. Let's do a shorter one now with intent. And one more. Good job. Let's take our sip of water. Grab that cup or glass. I hope that when you're eating your meals throughout the day, I hope that you're thinking about it. When you grab that fork, when you grab that knife, grab your cup, think about intent. The other day I was pouring creamer into my coffee, and every time I use this particular brand, I spill the creamer. And of course, my husband, before he was a beekeeper, was an engineer, and he goes, "That is a bad design." So now, whenever I use that particular brand, I seriously have to say, I am going to pour this creamer with intent. And when I do, then sure enough, it doesn't spill. Let's move on to the glides. Project out a steady ah and glide up. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Good. Let's do it again. Make the sound grow as you're gliding down, because the tendency is to back off a little bit. Okay, start high and glide down. You don't have to go too low. Okay, if you're getting a real low sound, you're going too low. Just, it doesn't have to be that wide of a range. Start high again. And from the beginning. Good, very nice. We're done with the glides. Let's grab our mug or our glass and swallow with intent. We're moving on to the counting. We're going to count to 16. Lift every number. So it's not 1, 2. It's 1, 2. Lots of energy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Let's go backward. 16, 15, 14, 13. Be deliberate. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's go down. Ready? 1, 5, 9, 13. Don't let it trail off. 2, 6, 10, 14, 3, 7, 11, 15, 4, 8, 12, 16. Am I the only one that's tired? Let's take a sip of water with intent. Today's topic is humor. Thank you to Lisa for preparing this lesson and all of our lessons. Lisa goes in and prepares the lesson, and then I go in and make some adjustments to it. Let's read these sentences with intent. Put more emphasis on the highlighted words. We do this because we're trying to convert speech from an automatic function to an intentional act. Let me say that again. We are trying to convert your speech from an automatic function to an intentional act. And in order to do that in conversation, we have to make ourselves use more intent when we're doing the exercises. And that's why for the reading, we have you use more intent, change the way you say the highlighted words. Let's read each one twice. Ready? Jokes and puns give us some humor. Now more intent. Jokes and puns give us some humor. Now we're going to read this next one and I want you to give the answer. Ready? What would bears be without bees? Do you know the answer? Let's read it again. Ready? What would bears be without bees? They would be ears, of course. No bee. Next one. I wanted to get my pants hemmed quickly. I called Taylor Swift. More energy, okay? More enthusiasm the second time. I wanted to get my pants hemmed quickly. I called Taylor Swift. Next. I finally watched the documentary on clocks. It was about time. Let's read it with more enthusiasm. I finally watched the documentary on clocks. It was about time. And did you know this? Ready? Horses have lower divorce rates. It's because they are in stable relationships. Read it again with more enthusiasm. Here we go. Horses have lower divorce rates. It's because they are in stable relationships. Take a sip of water with intent. Do you know any corny jokes? All right. Name some good sources for laughter and humor. So where would you find laughter and humor? Say each one with intent. Ready? Movies, television shows, comedy shows, jokes, kids. Yes, kids. I remember a long time ago when I was working at the hospital many years ago. My kids were little. I was needing to get them dressed quickly so I could get to work. And my son, who is now 30, at the time he might have been 3 or 4, he wanted to watch Bugs Bunny and he would not turn off the show. And I said, come on, we need to go. I need you to turn it off. And he said no. And I said, yes, let me see. Oh, I know what I said. I said, I'm not discussing it with you anymore. And he said, yes, you are. And I said, no, I'm not. And he said, yes, you are. And I said, no, I'm not. And then he yelled, yes, you are disgusting. And he used a lot of intent when he said it too. I'll never forget that. Okay, name some comedians. Let's read these together with intent. Jerry Seinfeld, Eddie Murphy, Sarah Silverman, Adam Sandler, Bob Newhart, Red Fox, Joan Rivers. Let's read the last three, and I want you to use more intent. Ready? Bob Newhart, Red Fox, Joan Rivers. Very good. Let's do Dr. Boone's words. Exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Ready? Gula ganga ga. Again. Gula ganga ga. We're speaking out. Next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Next. Gangla, gangla. And the last one, kukla, kukla. Take a sip of water and we'll do the bonus reading. The bonus reading is about Mark Twain. Project every word forward, exaggerate the highlighted words. Here we go. Mark Twain was known for his ability to use humor to make light of difficult life experiences. Read that again with more intent. Ready? Mark Twain was known for his ability to use humor to make light of difficult life experiences. He believed that laughter was the best medicine, and he used it as a coping mechanism during tough times in his life. Through his humor, Mark Twain was able to provide a fresh perspective on life's challenges and offer a sense of hope and optimism. You can download today's reading material, take what you learned in this session, and practice, practice, practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very proud of you for doing your speak out exercises as you are learning to speak and swallow with intent. My hope is that you will start to do everything with intent, that you will learn to live with intent. Have a great day.